Lovely, it is Tuesday today. You were working from home, so we decided to do sprint planning today.
Yeah.
So, what up to this week?
Yeah, so for me, WooLoop again, surprise, surprise. So I'm going to be doing a lot of bug fixes and helping Lee a lot with some of the trailer stuff. Basically just trying to get the game ship-shape in time for sending out keys next week. I think that's the plan.
Yeah, pretty much it. Yeah, as Rob said, I'm doing the trailer, so we're going to be doing a bit of storyboarding today, sort of laying out the plan of what we want the trailer to look like. And then I'm going to follow up with actually just getting some of the save files prep and all that sort of stuff ready for recording and editing for the rest of the week. We're moving the TV to my desk because we need recording 4K, just because I want the trailer looking as nice as possible as well.
And yeah, for me, it's Athena this week. I think I've got one more week to go on Athena, because I'll be doing colouring pixels next week once the poll ends this Sunday night. But yeah, I've got 2 creatures to do, and they're just both need animated now. They're both fully modelled and textured, so just be animating for me. Okay, so I spent a lot of time this morning jumping around lots of projects, but I've primarily been working on the deer model. I think I've actually finally got it finished. I spent a lot of time this morning working on the mane and the tail, and primarily working on the topology of the model. It's important that I get that down, just so when it comes to actually moving the model around, there's no vertices stretching. So as you can see, there's a lot more vertices here in the knees, as that's where the bends will be when it's crouching or walking around. But yeah, I think the model's pretty much done now. I'm going to ask the guys what they think before I start texturing, but hopefully it'll come out okay. And then after lunch, I can start texturing the model.
Yeah, so as Jack said this morning, I was working from home yesterday. Basically, I was just working on a couple of things. One of the major things was an improvement to the New Game Plus stuff. So you can see in the main menu, this rocket level, this is the actual rocket level, all the other icons are broken, has been completed to New Game Plus level 3. So that means that it should have a green border when you actually go on the level, which is what I was working on yesterday. So now there's this green border that goes on the outside for New Game Plus levels, and these hearts appear. The colours do need a bit of fixing, honestly. Like this lime green is a bit much, I think. Yeah, it started this like double slamming animation of the frame forming around that I was working on. So yeah, if we go to another level like the pineapple, yeah, it's just got the one frame slam and there's no hearts. So yeah, that's what I've been working on, and yeah, it's looking pretty good. Okay, so a lot of my day has been helping Lee with the stuff for the trailer, so going through the storyboards and implementing some stuff to help him actually in-game. So one of the things I did was create a quick level for him. It's just so he could make a quick GIF for the store page. Looks quite good, to be honest. He's managed to get it looping, like an infinite loop type of thing, so that's really cool. Yeah, so what else I've done, I've also gone ahead and added some background colours to the game. Yes, as you can see, the background colour for this level is now light blue. Yeah, there's a couple of light blues, because the light blue looks quite nice. I think it's a light blue for the whale as well. Yeah, just very, very subtle changes in the background, just to sort of add a bit more variety for when you're doing each level. To the bright blue, I've only got bright blue examples. Tease yellow, I think. Yeah, it's just a very, very simple yellow tint. It's just a little something to make the levels a little bit different. Constellations is sort of like this dark one that I thought we would try. I'll get Lee's feedback on that because it doesn't look great. But when the level is done, then maybe it might look really good because it is supposed to be constellations. So we'll see.
It's a bit of an interesting day. So we spent the morning going over the trailer, sort of noting down what we want to do. We looked at the old like Hexseed trailer and Who's Your For My Shape trailer notes that we had. So I went ahead and made a little plan of what we want to do for the trailer, sort of step by step, and obviously working on what needs to be changed to allow me to record that, because we want it to look as nice as possible when we actually record for the trailer, because that'll be sort of the final trailer, hopefully. And what else was we doing that? I've been working on the store page. I've updated the text here, and as well as that, I've put in a selection of nice GIFs as well. So you'll notice the GIF sort of relates to what we're talking about. So we're talking about New Game Plus, and it's a New Game Plus GIF. I'm talking about the fail state, and we've got a failing GIF, etc. So last thing we're doing is working with the idea of having a PNG, so have a nicer header for each section. But one issue I'm having is that it's quite pixelated, so I've asked Jack for a bit of help, but we'll be looking at tomorrow when Jack gets back to work. So yeah, leaving that as is. I'm not making it live yet with this change, but yeah, we'll be looking at that and making a start on the trailer soon. It's Wednesday, and it's just me in the office today. Got the whole place to myself, but as you can see, the TV has been moved to my desk. The reason for that is getting a start on the trailer. I said yesterday that we've made the plan for it, and yeah, I've just spent the past few minutes getting the TV moved across and set out to the PC. What I'm doing now, I've been playing with the OBS settings, which is why my monitor looks tiny over here, because I've changed it to 4K for the TV screen. I'm just doing a quick test recording as well, hope you can see alright. On the right there is the new footage you just recorded, that's like a second long, and it is in the right resolution, which is good, because last time we had to use, I think it was NVIDIA built-in screen capture to get 4K, but now we can use OBS, which is a much more robust software and gives much more control. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is get WooLoop up on the TV, get that launched there, and then I'm going to make a start on actually recording the footage. Yeah, it's getting a little bit now. I spent the past few hours literally just recording a bunch of clips to try to cross it off on the OneNote as I go. And here are the bit weird coming out in the 4K TV, but there we are. That's the number of clips I got so far. It's not all of them, but I think I'm going to take a break from recording and just start editing together some of the beginning bits, see where we get, because I do need to make a choice on the music. I've been listening to quite a lot of the music tracks as well, and yeah, trying to decide one's quite tricky because there's none that have like a solid beat like we did for the previous trailers, but I'll see what I can work out. Yes, I'm going to make a start on that and then probably finish up the recording stuff tomorrow.
Alrighty, so not much to report on. Okay, so sorry for the lack of uploads, everyone. There's been quite a few problems with the rig, and it's just pretty much just been fixing a lot of things for me, so there's not really much I can show, but I got the deer finally into a state where I can actually start to animate. There was a lot of problems with the rig that I had to solve yesterday. I was working from home, so I took the opportunity to try fix up the rig as much as I could. There was lots of clipping issues, and there still is, unfortunately, so you can see when the deer comes down that his mane kind of clips into his body. And that's something that needs fixing. I'm not sure how much I can do about it because the gap between the legs is very thin, and I've got to get the mane to go through there. I'm not really sure if I can get it to fit, so I'm going to try to find some other means to try and get it to work. But yeah, apart from that, the rig seems to be working fine. This is the special animation that I've been jotting through here. I'll give you a quick look. So as classic deers do, they have a little grass, and if they have a little eat of the grass, and if they see something, they have a little jump up, have a little look around. And that's coming along quite nicely. I may make a few more tweaks here and there, but that one should be done.
So I spent all day going over the trailer, trying to get as much done as I can. Unfortunately, we're all back to square one because I've spotted some issues with the footage, but just had to quickly do a quick build to fix a couple of bugs with the UI shows. So yeah, some of these instructions were flickering, and some of them have overlapping clipping UI. So I do need to scrap all the footage and do it again. But whilst I've been doing that, I have been playing around getting to practicing with the actual syncing to the beat, which is what you see all those cuts down here are. It's done quite good as a start, and over here as well, playing with the actual effect of the balloon animation clipping into the next colour, showing off the New Game Plus. I think I'm going to remove the border there because it does look like it's quite jumpy and quite jarring compared to the rest. I want to focus on the actual cutting between the different colours of the image. So yeah, we'll be working on that again tomorrow once I've got all the recordings done. It is a bit of a annoying setback, but we do want to get this as good as I possibly can.
Okay, so I've got some news for the... Oh, it's gone off. Hello. But basically, we've worked out how to publish news to this little bit on the Switch. So this is my Switch from home. Lee spent some time last week, I think it was, basically sorting out a channel for us to post to, and then a post. So there is the Current Pixels Collection one. You go on there and it basically just gives you some news about the Christmas event that is on. We're going to do the same for Current Pixels Collection 2, and I think we're going to do the same for Hexseed, because if we actually go into the Hexseed game, hey, there we go. Yeah, it's Christmassy, isn't it? So we wanted to just do sort of like a post just to test that out for Hexseed as well, because we'll be announcing the Year 2 pass for Hexseed on Switch soon, so we want to kind of get some practice in.
Okay, it's just a quick update. The deer character is coming along a lot nicer now. I did a lot of work trying to make some fixes here and there to the rig, and it's starting to look a lot better. It's still quite hard to work with. The anatomy is quite tough to work with. I wasn't expecting it to be so hard, but it's getting there. It's starting to take formations now. This is the walk cycle. I've been working on this morning, and it's coming along quite nicely. There's still a few tweaks I want to make here and there. I think it looks a bit linear. I think it looks a bit too static, so I may make some offset movement in the legs here just to make it a little less so linear. But yeah, I've also been working on the happy animation, which I'm not really too happy with right now. It's taking a little while to work out. I'm not really sure what I want to do. I had this idea that, similar to how Bambi works, when he gets excited he has a little hop around. I thought I would go for that idea, so he kind of has a little excitement and then he jumps. But right now it looks a bit too static. It's hard to work with jumping in this rig. The legs make it a bit tough to do, but it's getting there. It's still quite a while to go, but hopefully I'll have these done today and then I can move on to the rabbit animations.
Forgot to show it off yesterday, but as it is December and it's now coming up to Christmas and we've got the advent books going on, thought I'd add a little advent calendar to the calendar as well, so you notice we've got initials at the start of each day. Yesterday was Jack, so I forgot to show it off. But yeah, picked up this little advent calendar and it's just a little bit of Christmas fluff to have within the office. So yeah, my turn to open up and I'll have a nice little chocolate.
Okay, so I managed to wrap up the deer animations this afternoon. Ever since I've been working on them, I've been working on the bunny, the last creature that I need to do, and he's giving me a bit of a rough time at the minute. His arms seem to be a little broken, they seem to be attached to his body a bit too much, so when he makes any arm movements, it pulls the body. So I've pretty much been working on all that this afternoon, trying to fix it up and make sure the topology is right. And so far it's going a little worse for wear, but I'm getting a bit close every time, so I'll quickly show what I'm doing now. I'm just essentially going around and adding more vertices to the arms and legs, just so the movement's a bit more smoother and ensuring that it's detached from the body. Otherwise it's just going to keep pulling. So I'm going to continue working on this and hopefully I'll get it to a state where I can animate it a bit easier.
Okay, some more bug fixing from me today. The majority of it has been trying to fix an outstanding bug that we've had to do with this new movement system that we've got. And to be honest, even though I fixed the bug, it is still a bit jank for this this first instruction. But now when you're on a instruction where basically they're really far apart and you need to pan the screen, now it does sort of this dynamic movement thing as you get closer to the instruction. So I'm moving the mouse up and down here, just controlling it how I usually would. And yeah, it just allows me to actually be able to get to the next instruction rather smoothly. I'm quite pleased how it turned out actually, because I've been worried about this one for quite a while. But yeah, that seems to be fixed, and then when we get to the small instructions later on, it just goes back to normal, so that's really good. I made a level as well, but I did a time lapse for that.
Guys, it's the weekend.
Yeah, woo!
It's been a pretty busy week, we've been a bit back and forwards. But yeah, we're just wrapping up.
Yeah, so make sure to check out the Colouring Pixels Collection 2 on Switch. That should be out now. Comes out on the 8th, so make sure you go and download that.
And also check out Advent. Advent's been going on for a little while now. I think we're on the 9th or 10th image, so make sure you follow it. All up until the 24th.
Yes, thanks for watching. Thanks to all the patrons. As usual, you guys are great, and everyone in Discord who's been messaging us all week. A lot of bug reports this week, but thanks anyway. Yeah, we're going to the pub Friday, right?
Pub Friday?
Yeah, we've got Christmas party, Christmas jumpers on. Lee's got his Christmas shirt on, you can't see.
Yeah, can't see that.
We'll get a picture.
Representing the Gregs. Woo!